How you doing? Thanks for watching. This is George at Wicked Warnings here with another nice new Super Duty. This one happens to be a 2019 F-350 with a napide service body on the back. And as you can see here in the grill, we have our Razor LED strobe light, and we are running our auto flasher kit on the factory roof lights. You can see there we've elected to flash all 5 of the factory roof lights in a quick flash pattern. This is honestly a 10-minute install. It's an extremely fast, extremely convenient way to use the auto flasher module, and you can do all your roof lights like that. Let me show you around back, and then we'll go into further depth in the video after I show you all the lights first. Here in our badges, we have our Thin-X LIN series in an amber white. We've got the alternating pattern, 75 flash per minute triple flash, and it changes color. Both sides go amber and white. We have also added our Razor LED to the service body in the back here. We've got 4 total, as you can see, 2 on each side. We've synchronized them also on the triple flash pattern, and we're electing to go ahead and flash both amber and both white on the back of this body. Here you can see around back, we've got some floodlights on the back rack that was installed on top of the service body. We've got a fuel pump transfer tank, as well as a toolbox in there. We also have our Thin-X LIN series right there on the back of the truck as well. Those are in the alternating pattern to match the badges that are in the front. We also have activated the napide factory amber flashers that are built into those tail lights. Those did not come activated, and if you need more advice on how to activate those, drop an email to us and we'll get you the documents on how to wire those up. Here you can see the back a little closer. We also integrated our popular flood mode. All the lights that are on this truck, except the napide tail lights and the factory roof lights, will flood white. You can see here the Thin-X's in the back, the Razors along the side, the Thin-X's and the badges there. Here you can see the white badges, those Razors. No camera tricks. That's as bright as they are, and as always, full LED lighting above us. So this is in a fully lit shop. Here out front, we have the grill also flood mode capable. And just because this truck is an XL frame, we weren't able to get the flood mode white in the mirrors, but as you can see, everything else floods white quite nicely. And as you can see here in the cab, we're using the factory auxiliary switches to switch everything. I'm trying to step my label game up a little bit. I got them a little bit cleaner now. But if you got any nice label ideas, give me a comment. But so far, this seems to be working pretty good. Now let me go into a little further depth about the lighting and how we mounted it. All right, guys, so I'll give you a little bit more detail on how the stuff is mounted on this particular truck. As you can see in the grill, we're running our Razors. We've got 4 of them mounted in here, and we're using the supplied 90-degree bracket. The bottom ones are mounted with the bracket going up and the screw going up, and the top is mounted with the screw going down. We do have to make sure on the Razor that we have the vent hole, which is clearly marked with a sticker, down. That way it doesn't fill with water. So there is a small vent hole. We like to put that down to allow the light to breathe, and any excess humidity can get out of the light that way. So, but the included bracket is what we use. And if you were to remove these lights mounted this way, then you would have no visible damage to the grill whatsoever. So this is how we prefer to mount 4 Razors in the grill of a Super Duty. Now here in the side badges, this is where our Thin-X LIN series amber white is mounted. And this is a bit tricky. I will tell you, the badges are a pain to get off, but if you have a pick tool set and some plastic pry bars and a little bit of patience, you can use a plastic pry bar to lift the badge slightly and get at the bracket. There's a clip behind it. These badges actually have a clip here, here, I believe one here, here, and here. So there's several clips to deal with, and it does take quite a bit of patience. Then you'll drill a hole for the wiring and use the included screws to mount that light to the badge. You can put some backer behind the mesh if you like to make the screw a little bit stronger, but most of the time if you pre-drill a nice hole right into the mesh, you can get that screw to grab just fine. And I do use the foam gasket behind the light in this instance. I find it makes a nice cushion for the light and gives you a good secure mount. So that's how we do it in the badges. I'll show you one other thing on that. I get asked a lot, where do you run the wiring for the badge light? This is where we run it, right here. If you drill a small hole right through there, on the upper trim models, you'll need to make sure that there's no sound deadening behind it. So you'll reach in there and move the foam out of the way. But on the lower trim, there's nothing. And it'll lead you right into the inner fender well under the hood. So that's how we run the badge wiring. Once you remove the badge, you'll see right there where that hole is, and the wiring just comes out from the back of the badge, it goes through the hole, and then it will actually come out on the inner fender well right there under the hood for you. I hope that was useful. Here in the cab, mentioning about that auto flasher install on the roof lights. If you don't want to split your roof light up and you're okay with what I displayed, which is flashing all 5 on and off at a relatively high rate of speed, then you would just simply use one input on the auto flasher, input output 1. And you will interrupt the main roof wire right here behind this grab handle. And you'll mount the auto flasher right here. And you will run a power and ground under here behind the glove box, out the firewall, and to your upfitter switches. Or if you need a switch kit, email us and let us know. But that is how easy it is to mount the auto flasher for the roof lights. For a single flash pattern, it is right in there. Now, if you wanted to take the visors down and drop the headliner down, you could split up the 5 roof lights and get an alternating roof pattern, but it's not always necessary. And I find most of the time doing this right here works very well and produces a good result. Here are razor lights, and they fit absolutely perfect, almost as if they were made for this NACPED body. And we actually went one step further. We took the included screws and we back mounted the razor light. We were able to drill the holes and screw it from behind, from inside of this compartment here. And we were able to back mount that light right in that little slot on the service body. We did use the included foam gasket, and as you can see, it just fits amazing. I know the next question is, how far does it stick out? So there, that's your top-down view. Not bad, huh? I think that'd definitely be out of danger's way right there, tucked in nicely to the body. Here's your side view. I like it. And I'll give credit where credit was due. This was the client's suggestion. The client actually researched my lighting and told me to do this before I could even suggest it to him. So thank you, Nino. Fairly self-explanatory on how we mounted the Thin-X LIN back here, just a surface mount. We did use a nut and a bolt. That way, if we ever had to change it, we could, and because self-tappers are a little bit harder to use in a sheet metal like this, and especially when you want serviceability. Up in the bed, we got a DZ box. We got a standard back rack with the mesh grill. Got a couple of spotlights up there for work use behind the bed. Also had the whole bed Line-X coated for the walk boards and everything. Very nicely done. Forgot to mention, got a fuel pump up there also. That's on auxiliary switch number 1. Obviously, a lot of those items not going to be included in the description, but easily provided if you were here in our shop. A little bit big to ship for something like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found the end of it useful and informative. Drop a couple comments. Let me know. I'm trying out some new video styles. Let me know what you want to see that I'm not doing. And let me know what you don't want to see that I am doing. If there's something that's annoying you or that I need to change, drop a comment. Let me know. And we'll try to make some adjustments. And as always, be sure to check out wickedwarnings.com. We're the #1 source for your LED lighting, safety, and strobe lighting equipment for cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, utility bodies, etc., etc. We ship worldwide, and we have a fully stocked website. And if there's something you don't see, drop an email to info@wickedwarnings.com. That's info, I-N-F-O, at wickedwarnings.com. Make sure you check out the description of the video. As always in YouTube, look in the video description for links to all of these products. Just like every other video on YouTube, the links will be in the description. So you can check out everything I talked about right down there. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings, and you guys have a good one.